Today is Monday, Parashat Toledot. We're learning from the Chok Israel, and actually the psukim from the parasha. At the beginning of this week's parasha, it speaks about Rivka giving birth to twins, to Elisav and Yaakov. And the pasuk reads, "Vayigdelu hane'arim, vaye'esav ish yodea tzayid, ish sadeh, ve'Yaakov ish tam yoshev ohalim." And Rashi explains, "Vayigdelu hane'arim, Vayesav kol zman shayu ktanim," as long as Elisav and Yaakov were still young, before they became 13, lo hayu nikarim b'maasehem, they were not recognized through their actions what were their qualities. Ven adam medakdem bahem mativam, and we're not so clearly, specifically able to determine the nature of each one of these kids. However, when they became 13 years old, at the age of 13, their qualities were recognized. Yaakov went to the Bet Midrash to learn Torah, and Elisav went to worship idols. What is Yodea Tzayid? He knew how to ensnare, how to hunt. Rashi explains, "Latzud ulramot et aviv befiv." Elisav knew how to ensnare, how to deceive his father with his mouth. V'shalo abai ach me'asrin tamela v'tateven. And he would ask questions: how do you separate maaser, the tithing, from salt and from straw, which are not at all obligated to be tithed from? You don't have to give maaser to the Levi from these things. And Kasavu Aviv Shu Medagdeh Mitzvot, his father said, "Whoa, this person is very careful with the mitzvot, even to how to separate from the 10% that you give from the salt. There's no need to, but so he would deceive his father." Ish Sadeh Kemashmau Adam Batel Vetzodeh Bekashto Chayot Ve'ofot. He was a man of the field. He was a hunter. He was hunting animals and birds. But Yaakov was ishtam, he was a person, like Rashi explains, kelibok and piv. Whatever he said, same thing he had in his heart. He was not deceitful. Yoshev Ohalim, he was Yoshev Ohalim. What is he? Was set in the tents. Aholo shel Shem ve'aholo shel Ever. He learned in the yeshiva of Shem and Ever, and that was the difference between Elisav and Yaakov. But the next pasuk, "Vaye'ehav Yitzchak et Elisav ki tzayid befiv." Yitzchak loved Elisav ki tzayid befiv, because he was deceiving him with his words. He was making him think that Elisav was a tzaddik. Ve'Rivka ohevet et Yaakov, but Rivka loved Yaakov. But there is another explanation for this pasuk. Why did Yitzchak love Elisav? According to the second explanation, he knew what Elisav was involved in. But he saw in Elisav a tremendous potential if he was to direct those energies, those incredible energies that Elisav had. If he was to direct them towards the positive, it would be incredible. And Yitzchak was known for gvura, for strength and overcoming the Yetzer Hara. That was the nature of Yitzchak. He saw in Elisav an incredible opportunity. If Elisav was to overcome his Yetzer Hara and channel his energies to the positive, it would be an incredible accomplishment, and he would be able to do a lot of good by taking all the energy that he had and directing it towards the positive. And that's why Yitzchak loved Elisav, according to the second explanation. And Rivka loved Yaakov because he was a tzaddik to start with. These are some of the lessons from the parasha of this week, that as we see the difference between Elisav and Yaakov, and how Yitzchak saw the opportunity to direct that great energy that Elisav had, to channel it towards the positive. People have sometimes energies that they could use in either positive or negative. And if you see someone directing it to the negative, there is a chance that if he re-channels it and redirect the energies and is able to overcome Yetzer Hara, he could accomplish a lot of good. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.